You're at the grocery store, you grab a bag of chips, and it feels light. Suspiciously light? You check the price. 69 var for what feels like 12 chips and a whole lot of air? We've been blaming inflation, and that's part of it. But there's something much weirder happening behind the scenes, something that has nothing to do with supply chains and everything to do with what's happening inside our bodies. The CEO of Walmart recently admitted they're seeing a direct impact on shopping habits because of weight loss drugs like Ozempic. He noted that users are buying less units, less calories. One of the biggest retailers on earth is watching the American appetite shrink in real time. Roughly 12% of US adults, 1 in 8 people, are now on a hunger hack drug. It's a massive biological shift, shrinking a $2 trillion industry for the first time. For decades, the food industry's only goal was to make us eat more. Now the math has changed. Have you noticed the family size shrinking while the snack size gets more expensive? A tiny injection in someone else's arm is literally changing the price of the chips in your cart. It's not just about people eating less, it's a total mutation of the global economy that is changing how we view our daily consumption. So how does it work? Think of these GLP-1 drugs as a biological override. I call it the bouncer analogy. Imagine your brain is a loud, crowded party. Everyone is yelling, eat, freeze, get the cookies. Usually, it's hard to ignore that noise, but GLP-1 is the bouncer who walks in and just clears the room. Suddenly, the party is over, the lights are on, and you're just not interested anymore. These drugs mimic a hormone that tells your brain you're full and slow down how fast your stomach empties. Active users drop their daily caloric intake by 20 to 30%. That's not just skipping a side of fries. That's like deleting an entire meal every single day. No more 3 p.m. soda runs, no more late-night chips on the couch. It's a physiological shift that bypasses willpower entirely. But if millions of people are skipping the party, what happens to the companies that own the club? Giants like PepsiCo or Nestle have built their empires on volume growth, getting people to buy more stuff. If the volume goes down because our brains are being rewired to say no, these companies face an existential crisis. Hunger is officially in a bear market, and Big Food is desperate to find a new bottom line. When Big Food realizes they can't sell you more, they pivot. They stop fighting for your stomach's volume and start fighting for your wallet's margin. This is pricing power, and it's why your grocery bill stays high even if you're buying less. Companies are launching companion products like Nestlé's Vital Pursuit, frozen meals specifically designed for GLP-1 users. They're smaller, high protein, and come with a premium price tag. Here's the trick. They are rebranding shrinkflation as portion control. They'll give you 30% less food, call it a health-conscious serving, and charge 20% more because it's nutrient-dense. They aren't panicking, they're mutating, masking revenue loss by making each calorie more expensive. While snack volume dropped, the price per ounce for sweets shot up over 14% in a single year. To see who's really winning, look at the stock market. The market caps of Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly have surpassed giants like Tesla and Visa. We are seeing a massive transfer of wealth from the food industry to the pharma industry. Every time someone chooses an injection over a cookie, dollars move from a food conglomerate to a pharmaceutical giant. It's a global web connecting your biology to Wall Street's bottom line. Now, you might be thinking, wait, haven't we seen this healthy pivot before? And you're right. In the 90s, we had the low-fat craze and Snackwell's cookies. Back then, the food industry just swapped fat for piles of sugar. We ended up eating more because we felt morally licensed to eat the whole box. It was a clever trick to keep the volume high while appearing health-conscious. But 2026 is different. This isn't a choice, it's a chemical override. In the 90s, we tried to willpower our way through diets. Today, the drug is doing the biological work for us. This is biological hacking versus moral licensing. The food industry can't just add sugar and hope we keep eating. They have to find ways to make money off of us actually eating less food. This is the part that makes me cautious. Goldman Sachs predicts this GLP-1 economy will reach $100 billion by 2030, claiming it will even increase labor productivity. It sounds like a win, but it creates a new kind of social divide. We're moving toward a future where your health isn't just about your habits, it's about your subscription to a hormone. The hack is becoming the new baseline. So where does this leave us in the grocery aisle? I see a health divide coming. On one side, you'll have high-priced precision nutrition, tiny, expensive meals for the hacked population. On the other side, you'll have the cheap calorie traps, The bulk processed junk still trying to hook whoever is left. Your grocery store is basically splitting in two, and your budget is the battlefield. Next time you're shopping, look past those portion control or high-protein labels. Check the price per ounce. Don't let them charge you a health tax for simply giving you less food. The future of food isn't about how much we can produce anymore, it's about how little we can live on, and exactly how much big food can charge us for that control over our own biology. So what would you do differently now that you know your hunger is being traded like a commodity? Would you pay more for a companion meal if it meant you didn't have to think about food? Drop a comment if you've noticed these precision products popping up near you. I'm genuinely curious how you're seeing this play out. I'll see you in the next one.